what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Taken from about the 12.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now the rookie fourth-round pick. This is Dameon Pierce.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing Jones.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
Here's a second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check right. Opposite. Freeze.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Play action this time with Love. Williams brings it in. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
They'll run here with Pierce.
The tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Daniel Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
On the double.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Taken down by Pete Werner.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Off the play fake, Love.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Love, they go play action now.
The Falcons had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Watch out, number 52.
On play action, Love to throw. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. 52 Brentford. Chop. 17.
Play fake. Here's Love.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Love.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And this one will kick out of bounds, so they'll hold on to it inside the 10-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He gets it left side to Johnson. 20. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Here's Pierce. Is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy was going to...
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Love. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Love to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Light blue. Trail green. Blue striker. Check pink. Red cycle. Ready?
Love from the gun. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
To the air again, Love. He gets this to Jones over the middle.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Etienne is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Well, they moved the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 41, Jones.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have it.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone.
Famous Jones on the return. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run to.
Jones hit and the ball's out. There, this is picked up by the Browns. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out in this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
From the 38, Jones flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Off play action. Jones. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Love looking to throw it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
ETN up the middle.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
They'll run with ETN. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Love now. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Back to the ground with ETN.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down the 8-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Another tote for ETN.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Velus Jones
from 10 yards out.
And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce. Uses the stiff arm. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 130 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play fake. Jones. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Pierce. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Off play action. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Love now to pass on 1st down. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mike Williams, 33 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. has 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? 5 yards remain on second down.
They go again with Pierce. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Going for it with Pierce. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
On second down, here's Pierce.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Jones to the right side and complete to Thomas.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Daniel Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Pierce now up the middle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another carry for Pierce. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Give to Pierce. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Boy, 184 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now a handoff for Pierce. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. That one goes for 8 yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll run it here. It's Pierce. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a...
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right? That reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points. Defense held them. And lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for the Browns, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records.